So a brand new report by the DOJ claims to close the book on Jeffrey Epstein once and for all. But what we're going to show you is that this isn't closure, guys. It's a cover-up dressed as a really thin clarity. The DOJ wants you to believe that Epstein definitely killed himself. Oh, and there was no client list and no blackmail of important figures either. That's their final word. But what's missing from this report is far more damning than what's in it. We're breaking down what they're not saying and why it matters more than ever. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So look, if you like our videos and you haven't done so already, you should become a subscriber to the channel. You can hit that notification bell and smack the like button because it helps us get our message out to more people. And thank you. All right, let's talk about what just came out of the Justice Department. A report dropped on Sunday that claims to put an end to the Jeffrey Epstein saga. Well, hell, it wasn't even a report. It was a memo. And according to the DOJ, this is supposed to be the final word. Now stay with me because by the time we're done, you will know more about what went down at the DOJ than half the people running it. Now here's what they're telling us. And they want us to just accept it at face value. There was no client list. There was no blackmail of any kind. And Epstein definitely killed himself inside that jail cell. Really? That's the story? That's the conclusion after years of rumors, documents, trials, rulings from the bench, and international headlines? Are you kidding me? Forget about the cameras outside the cell that were both broken, yet now they're pushing a videotape from the same cameras just to prove that nobody entered Epstein's cell? Forget that the two guards who were required to check in on Epstein every 30 minutes both magically fell asleep. Forget that Epstein's cellmate was removed days before his death. That's just a coincidence, right? Good old coinky dink. What's missing from the memo is far more important than what's in it. We may be staring at the largest government cover-up in all time. Here's what we were told. On Sunday, July 6th, under President Trump's administration, the DOJ issued the memo. It was the result of what they called an extensive investigation. They arrived at three main takeaways. Jeffrey Epstein had no client list. There is no evidence that he blackmailed powerful figures. He definitely committed suicide in his Manhattan jail cell. They backed this up by releasing security footage of an empty hallway outside his cell. This, they say, proves that no one went in that night. Now let's all pause for a second. A while back, Attorney General Pam Bondi went on Fox News and said something pretty definitive. The Epstein client list was sitting on her desk for review. If you remember, she also said that the files were horrifying. Guys, that's insulting. We've got a timeline problem. According to the Gateway Pundit, someone tried to legally obtain the list in 2022. A mysterious John Doe stepped in and filed an objection. The court sided with him. That list stayed buried. Let's walk through this. A court blocked the list 3 years ago. Now we're told it doesn't even exist. Does that sound like truth to you? Here's what we do know. Epstein was a math teacher. Then suddenly he was a billionaire. Wow. I'd love that to happen to me. Wouldn't you? His only known major client, Les Wexner, who gave him massive financial control. That's where Epstein's wealth came from, apparently. During Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, prosecutors said Epstein wired her over $30 million over 8 years. That money went hand in hand with FBI evidence, photos, videos, materials so disturbing, no one wants to describe it. 4 women testified. They said Maxwell groomed them. She arranged their abuse. They were minors. Prosecutors called it a pyramid scheme. One victim brought in the next victim. Journalist Tara Palmieri investigated for 2 years. Victims told her everything was caught on camera. And they believe that the FBI has all the video. That should have triggered a massive investigation. It didn't. Instead, we've got 5 convictions, 20 years, and 1 inmate, Ghislaine Maxwell. 1 person punished in what was called one of the largest sex trafficking operations in modern history. Let's stay with what we can prove, okay? Epstein died on August 10th, 2019. The DOJ's own inspector general confirmed Epstein claimed to attempt suicide weeks earlier. He was supposed to have a cellmate, but was left alone. Guards failed to perform the 30-minute checks. Security cameras malfunctioned. Multiple staff members falsified records. That many coincidences form a checklist for disaster, guys, or a checklist for a cover-up. But it gets even darker. Court records show Epstein met with CIA officials. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's in filings reported by the Wall Street Journal from the New York Post. Go back to 2008. He got a plea deal so sweet, it could have come with a thank you note and sprinkles. Why? Sources say he was working with intelligence, and Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, Robert Maxwell, was believed to have ties to the Israeli Mossad. He died mysteriously. Some say he introduced Epstein to intelligence circles. So here's the chilling truth. Epstein didn't just have money, he had leverage on the powerful, on the untouchable. If you're running an intelligence agency and you want dirt on elite people, Epstein was the golden goose to go to. Now we're expected to swallow this DOJ memo like it's gospel. It was all a big nothing burger. Case closed. This is about more than one man's death, guys. It's about a system, one that protects the elite. We're sick of it. One that ignores the victims, one that tells you to trust them while they're hiding everything that matters. More than 1,000 lives were wrecked. These victims are real, and they've seen zero justice. All right, let's take inventory. A vast sex trafficking operation existed. Innumerable women and girls were victimized. One person, Ghislaine Maxwell, is in prison. One. Mountains of evidence exist but remain sealed. And now we're told the case is closed. The Trump administration promised something different. Law and order. No more shielding the elite. Real accountability. I say this as someone who supports President Trump, but this is not what we were promised. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, they either lied then or they are lying right now. And that hurts. I was a P1 listener to Bongino from his podcast days on forward till the day he left. But this isn't justice. Guys, this is political theater. Here's the truth. It doesn't go away. You can't unring this bell. So now you have a choice. You can demand answers, or you can sit back and let them insult your intelligence. What will you do? All right, so how I would sum this up? This wasn't closure, guys. It was camouflage. And it was deeply unfortunate. But here's the upside. People are waking up. Americans aren't swallowing official narratives anymore. We're asking questions. We're digging deeper. That means truth is still alive, and maybe, just maybe, justice is still possible someday. Now, I still love the Trump administration for everything they're doing. I'm still going to have a lot of questions on this, and I'm not going to give them a pass, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt only because there has to be some things in there that would cause great disturbances in the world. I don't like what they did, and you shouldn't either. But I'm not going to say they're as bad as the Democrats. I believe the term from now on should be trust but verify. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.